I hope you all can appreciate how goofy I look right now and what I'm doing for you guys. Back by popular demand is the tablet head unit. So I've got this whole mess sitting over here. I put everything back together because I'm actually getting ready to sell the Lincoln. Thank God I didn't go in here splicing stuff. It was very, very simple to remove the head unit that I created and put the factory head unit back in. A lot of people had mentioned that there would be issues with theft. This was never designed to have the tablet left in the vehicle. The tablet is always supposed to leave with you, or you can like hide it under the seat or in a pocket or in your glove box or something like that. And all that the would-be thieves would see would be all this big mess of wires, and they would say, you know what, that's probably not worth it. That looks like garbage. I'm not even going to touch that.
I'm so broke, if a nigga rob me, he'll just be practicing.
This was the old tablet that I had that I was running, the Nexus 9. This is the one that was shown in the original video. But I went ahead and I got this Lenovo tablet. Now this is considerably larger in screen size and form factor, and it fills this area very nicely. You know, it actually goes edge to edge over here. You can see there's a little bit of overlap, but it fit very nicely in this spot right here. Gave me a bit more screen real estate. This is the Lenovo Yoga Tab X703L. This one has LTE. It's got a little SIM card built in right here, and expandable storage, and obviously much better specs. So it runs faster, does a lot more. But the most important thing is this USB-C connection. This is critical to this whole setup, and it allowed me to clean up some more stuff. I was also having a lot of Bluetooth issues with this old Nexus tablet, and I got this used, whereas this Lenovo Tab I got brand new. The Nexus Tab was having like Bluetooth connectivity issues, and it was just shutting down sometimes for no good reason. So it was about time for an upgrade. You can see like the screen height is about the same, but the screen width is considerably larger on the Lenovo. I'll run through some specs. I'll go ahead and do a review in the house and do a comparison between the two of them. Show you a few more reasons why I got it. One of the reasons that I switched was the display size. The Nexus 9 had a roughly 9-inch screen, an 8.9-inch screen, and the Yoga Tab 3 Plus has a 10.1-inch screen. So there's a bit more real estate. The resolutions are close, but the Yoga Tab has a higher resolution and also a higher pixels per inch. Dolby Atmos is pretty cool. The audio on the Lenovo is incredible. Like, I don't even need to connect it to the vehicle audio system in the truck. I can hear it over top of all the noise of that diesel motor just from the speakers that line the top of the display. There is 1 gigabyte more RAM on the Lenovo, and I gotta tell you, I know it doesn't seem like much, but it's noticeably faster. The Nexus 9 is so sluggish. There's a delay for everything. It just takes forever to get stuff done. I don't know if the Nexus 9 has expandable storage, but obviously you can go up to 128 extra gigabytes on the Lenovo. Now, ignore the OS. This is one of the reasons I really like Lineage, is that you can, with most devices, keep your device up to date roughly with Lineage. This is really important. This stuff I have highlighted here. You've got a micro USB on the Nexus 9, which really limits the connectivity and functions that you can, and devices that you can connect to that tablet, whereas the Lenovo has the USB Type-C. Sadly, it's only a USB 2.0, but still this opens you up to a lot more devices that you can connect to the tablet. The Lenovo has a few more bands than the Nexus 9, and the battery, which, I mean, the device is always connected, so the battery capacity is really not that big of a deal, but if it is a big deal to you, the Lenovo has a 9,300 milliamp battery, and the Nexus 9 has a 6,700 milliamp battery. Now, I want to get into the software, and so this is one of the main reasons I stopped using the Nexus 9, because Lineage has dropped official device support for it back on 14.1, and you'll see that the download link is crossed through. I believe this ended support in 2017. 14.1 Flounder Nightlies are based on this build here in 2017. And if you do click this link for Flounder, it pops you over here. Whoops, this page doesn't exist anymore. Just to be doubly sure, I go in here to the home page and expand Google and HTC. HTC is obviously the maker of the Nexus 9. So that's not listed in here, nor is it listed under Google. There is unfortunately no more current support for the Nexus 9 Wi-Fi or LTE.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
However, the Lenovo tablet, both the Wi-Fi and LTE is supported. I mean, I'm recording this on October 27th, 2019, and here's the latest nightly for it. It's on version 16.0. I'll go ahead and include a screenshot of this current build on the tablet. This enables all the latest functions and features, all the latest security patches, and everything necessary to keep that tablet running like it's brand new. This is a major factor in me choosing that tablet. And then this just goes with you. It also has a carrying handle that hooks on, there we go. There's one hook, and then I think the other hook is right here. Yeah. So you can actually throw this over your shoulder. This is actually like a 13-inch laptop bag, I believe is what this was advertised as. So it's pretty easy to find something to carry this with you. I want to go and show you guys this stereo in its final form before I took it out.
Well, this is it. I hope you're not disappointed.
And it looks like an absolute disaster of a mess right now, but I'll try to run you through it really quick and explain all the weirdness that I did here. I apologize for all this mess, but if you recall, I have the power right here. I've got these three. One was going to the dash cam, one was going to my Lyft / Uber light, and then this was powering the tablet. So we got the power coming out here, and we have this going into this dongle right here that allows you to play and charge at the same time. So this USB-C connection is the only thing that's hooked up to the tablet, and that allows it to charge at the same time. It's putting out audio, it's going through our noise isolator and into this splitter, and then this splitter is going into the adapter for the amp. On the other side of this splitter, this is our rear audio for the passengers in the back. So this was going through the dash, under the console, going to the back. All of this extra wire was all coiled up underneath of the cup holders, and this part where it was mangled, it was just sneaking right out here, covered by my armrest. So it was pretty much not able to be seen from the back. And then that's going in here to two more audio splitters. So here's the charger. This would be charging the devices in the rear. So I have an iPhone splitter and an Android or a USB-C splitter right here. The point of this is that the rear passenger could simply just plug in their Apple device or their USB-C or USB micro through this adapter and be able to charge and play audio through the system. So I would just simply pause my tablet and they were able to connect their phone and put audio through the car audio system without having to use Bluetooth or sync things up or any distractions while I was driving. It was just as simple as connect the device to their phone and they were able to put audio through the sound system. I just wanted to show you the setup that I have on the back. Well, this got a little wonky. I just put this doesn't even have a case. I just put these on the back of this, and this tablet has been exposed to some extreme heat. I use it in my work truck, and my work truck doesn't, the air conditioner is broken. So this thing has been in, 100+ degree weather inside the vehicle, and these tabs have not melted or come off. They're just sticking on there nice and clean. Doesn't look so great, but hey, it's there. The other cool thing about this is you're able to hang it, and you can also use this as a kickstand if you want. So it's I really love this tablet. So this is what it was. It was snapped on there, and this entire thing is being held by those magnets on the back of the tablet, and it doesn't go anywhere. You have to use some force and pull it off, and it's good to go. I'm gonna go and move over to the truck now and show you my setup in the truck. I'm gonna go over Android Auto and why I went through the trouble of building all of this mess. And we're back looking goofy as ever. So this is my truck, my dirty, super dirty work truck. Here's what it looks like when I wipe the dash with my hands. I don't know if you could see that, but that's a bunch of dust. Got a hole here in the armrest. Everything's yucky, everything's nasty. Don't really care how it is because, hey, I don't really have passengers. I'm usually using this to transport Peterbilt truck parts, heavy-duty truck parts like, tractor, trailer, parts all over the DFW Metroplex. So I don't really care the condition of the vehicle. The air conditioner is not working right now. It's got a leak of some kind. I was able to charge it up. It lasted 2 weeks and then ran out of refrigerant. So I've been running all summer long with the windows down, so everything's caked in nasty dust. I have gone through 3 different mounts. I started off with a window mount, but as you can imagine, this big old tablet blocks a considerable amount of visibility. I think it was somewhere around about here. I had the 2 screens side by side, and it was just blocking too much of my view. So I got a cup holder mount, but it was and I'll show it to you in a minute. It was just a wiry little thing that would like if you hit a bump, the whole thing would tilt down or move all around on you. So I got all this stuff on the timeline, and I almost forgot to show you guys the other 2 mounts that I had. So this one is by iBolt, so it's a window mount. Right? It's got the suction cup, and it's got some really good sticky on there. So you could probably dash mount this as well if you had one of those little circular cups on the dash, and it's pretty good. It has a really, really sturdy mounting ball on both sides, so you can kind of adjust this wherever you need it to be, and then just go ahead and lock it down, and it's super sturdy. With the large tablet on here, though, it won't be able to stay standing straight out for long. Like little by little, it'll start to work its way down, down, down until this bottom part hits the dash. But this worked pretty well. It kept the tablet in place pretty good for a while, but then after a while, this little latching mechanism back here started to wear out, and this would go ahead and space out more than it was supposed to be. So at that, and this also blocked a big amount of the view on the front window. And then I moved to this. This was the first cup holder mount that I had, but this bends to put the thing in place wherever you want it. But if you can imagine, there's a pretty heavy weight here on this neck of the tablet holding here, and it's not as long as the current one that I have, so it was very much in the way of the console. Every time I needed to open the console, I had to rotate this back so I could open up the lid of the console to get whatever I needed in there, and then put this thing back down. But if you hit a good bump, this thing is just gonna bloop. It's just gonna bend down like that. So that was one of the main reasons that I switched to the new one. And the new one has the same design as this one, where you rotate this and these little pieces come out of the base and expand into your cup holder, allowing it to wedge itself in there really, really good. So the base is not the problem on these. You just want to make sure that you get a stand that has a very sturdy stand. And if it's going to be anywhere in the vicinity of something that you need to open and close daily, you definitely want to get something that's going to be up high enough so it will be out of the way of those operations. This one has these expandable little footprints, and then this expands up to hold it down. So both of these will hold that 10-inch tablet very well. It's just that they both have design flaws, in my opinion. So I went and got this. It's a bit more of a sturdy design. There's an adjuster right here to lock it in place, and then this can tilt a little bit. These little arms close together, spread out to take the tablet. And this thing has a little movement up and down, so you can kind of squeeze the tablet in there, and then you twist this to lock it into place in that cup holder so it doesn't move. And it's been incredibly sturdy. So I just plant the bottom of that in there, squeeze the top, and it's in. And then down here I have a splitter, have some power going up here to charge my phone. I'll just put my phone here in this holder right here, and then I have the awesome little glow-in-the-dark cable that goes into the tablet. Boom, right? Now this is connected via Bluetooth to the truck, and I'll go ahead and fire that up so you can see what that looks like. But I also have my little earbuds in here in case, as I'm driving around, I have the windows down. I would rather put in earbuds than blast the volume on something, because I'm already being overwhelmed with all of the sound of driving. The truck is loud. It's a lovely old diesel truck, so it has quite a bit of noise to it. I'm going to go ahead and go to the Bluetooth input. I think it might actually already be in there. And you'll see it should start automatically playing something, hopefully something that doesn't get me a copyright strike. Let's see, yeah. So I'm just going to play a snippet of this so I don't get copyright striked. Let's see. All right.
Hey everyone, just a quick thanks to two of our sponsors who helped.
So I can pause it from here. I got all my audio controls here. I can operate it like that, and it auto plays as soon as I fire up the truck. It just automatically starts playing whatever I've got on Spotify, or sometimes I use Indel. If I just wanted like a chill vibe, I want to calm down, I'll put on Indel and just allow myself to relax a little bit while I'm driving around. If I got a lot on my mind, or I just need to get in the zone, I'll put on that rather than listening to podcasts. But I really enjoy podcasts. I love learning. I love getting more knowledge about life and about the world and how things work. So anyways, same setup as before. I use Road Warrior without fail. And what this does is you can save in a bunch of favorites and then add them to a route. And what it will do is once you click optimize, it will find you the fastest route around through all of the stops, and find the most efficient way to get there and get back to your starting point. All of these little stars are places that I go to regularly, and it just depends on what the day is like, where I'm going to be going. So it will set those up, and as soon as you get the place, get it all set up, you'd hit navigate, and it automatically opens Waze, and starts me routing to that location. Once I've reached my location, I mark as done, and it will automatically jump down to the next one in line and keep taking you through the different stops. So I couldn't operate without that. The other one is trip log. It senses when it's connected to the Bluetooth, and as soon as you go over 5 miles per hour, it begins recording your trip. So on the 25th, these are all the stops that I made that it automatically recorded. So it records your mileage, it records, I've looked 3,040 miles already this month. It records every time I put in my fuel, it gives me my fuel mile per gallon and an average. I'm getting an average of 17.4 miles per gallon in the truck and paying an average price of $2.56 per gallon. It's got all the transactions over here. Anytime I get paid, anytime I got to do service to the truck, anything of that nature, that's going to be over here on the transactions. And then that enables it to generate these pretty cool reports where you can see the different, how your time's been split up, transportation, commute, mileage, cash flow, and what your money's been going into. And as you can see, I spent a considerable amount repairing the vehicle, getting it like ready to rock and roll. So those three apps are critical for me to do my job: TripLog, Road Warrior, and Waze. Now I want to go ahead and I'm going to hook up the USB to the Android Auto unit, and I'm going to go ahead and connect my phone, and I'll show you what happens when you connect the phone. I forgot to mention that I have a splitter down here for the power plug. I know there's another power plug up here, but it is extremely inconsistent and the devices seem to wobble out and has a connection issue. So I put a little splitter down here, and I've got the dash cam connected right here, runs through the glove compartment up the side here, and I've got the old 360-degree camera from the Lincoln right here. Coming out of the dash, I have the two connections. This black one is for Apple CarPlay, and the gray one is for Android Auto. So right now I've connected this to show you how the Android Auto system works in this truck. I don't know if there's different designs for different vehicles. I just wanted to show you this one really quick. As you can see, this is one good thing about living in Texas. You can get, high 70s in late October. By the way, I have 1,570 followers so far. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. It's greatly appreciated. So here's how the Android Auto system works. You connect it via USB. That's currently the only way that I know of that this is able to be done. Now you're going to see this Android Auto logo has appeared over here. Now this tells you start it on your screen, so I'm going to go ahead and start it on the device over here, and got it. All right, so this gives me the basic features of navigation, phone calls, home, audio controls, and gauges, and that's it. That's it. So phone calls, text, and that's it. And all this stuff has to be done with audio with the Google Assistant. So it is nice that they don't freeze the Android Auto thing on the phone now. Like, the phone is still usable. The last time I tried this, it puts the big giant Android Auto logo on the screen and won't allow you to use the phone. So this is actually a pretty cool new addition to it, that they actually allow you to use the phone while you're actually in the system. So that's definitely new. That's definitely a plus and an upgrade. So this is going to charge the phone while I'm using this, but obviously I don't have any of the features that I just showed you on the tablet. I can't use the Road Warrior. I can't use TripLog. I got Waze, but that's about it. I mean, I can put Spotify on if I want, but the system, the interface is just very, very limited. And also it's such a small screen. I mean, it's literally almost the size of my phone. You got a 7-inch screen, and this is almost a 6-inch screen in my phone. It's just pretty much the same as using your phone on this screen. The only advantage to this is I've got a backup camera. So let's make that be quiet. And there's the wife's BMW back there. That's really the only advantage that I see to running this. And you say, well, what about radio? Well, I can get iHeartRadio. I can get all of these other things that allow me to listen to local channels if I so choose. But I can't stand commercials, and I can't stand these like morning radio hosts. They are incredibly annoying to me. So I would far rather pay for a Spotify subscription. I've got the Spotify/Hulu subscription. So I get both of those, and I get to listen ad-free to Spotify and just not have to deal with all of the consumerism that we're being constantly inundated with. So that's just a quick overview here of the Android Auto system. I mean, let's see. Oh, it looks like it's got an update. Maybe it's got some new features. Let's see. Oh, unplug and replug to finish the update. All right, so we're going to unplug and then we're going to replug. We'll see if it does the update. Oh man, this is so slow. What is going on here? All right. Maybe it didn't recognize it. Let me try again. Unplug, replug. Okay. Oh man, come on. Android Auto. Okay. Okay, so it did an update. Now I've got little Spotify controls down here beneath the home screen. All right, so I've got home. Okay, so let's see: Waze, Spotify, YouTube Music, phone, exit, calendars, maps, news, playbooks, podcast, reminders, settings, and weather. All Google stuff, right? So this seems to be the full extent of it. I mean, looks to be all I can get. Oh, it hits settings and it pops up the settings over here on the phone. Look, here's the setting: lock phone while driving. That's cool that they finally have made it so you can disable that. Let's see, automatically resume media. I guess that would be cool to have. Huh. So it looks like they've definitely made some improvements to this whole system since the last time I used it. But as you can see, it's so limiting. I mean, I have I couldn't use this. If this was the only thing that I had, I wouldn't be able to use it to do my job. I would have to have a secondary device. So it just makes this thing almost pointless. I mean, it's such a dumbed down version of what's actually on your phone. And I get it, for safety reasons. You know, you shouldn't be watching freaking YouTube. You shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that because it's distracted driving, blah, blah, blah. But hey, I have to do this to do my job. I have to have Road Warrior. I have to have TripLog. I have to have, you know, I mean, it's nice to have a full version of Waze. I mean, this version is all right, but hey, come on, guys. Like, I can't use this. It won't work for what I'm trying to do. So I have to have the tablet in conjunction with that. So this is my current setup. This is what I've got going on, and I hope that answers a lot of the questions that I've been getting over the last 7 months since I made the how-to video of how to make the Android tablet head unit. I hope this gives you guys some inspiration, some ideas. I mean, there's many different ways that you can set this up, but my favorite thing is to take that tablet with me everywhere I go. That way I have all the connectivity, I have all the all my apps and everything with me anytime I need. And this is bloated with 2 tablets in it, and so this is where I usually will tuck the my tablet pouch when it's not in use. And let's drop that back in there for a sec. So stay tuned. I've got some more content coming, and I'm going to go ahead and edit this video throughout the week, and hopefully you guys will have something Friday or Saturday. Stay tuned. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and go ahead and click that notification bell to get notified of my next updates. Thanks again, guys. Peace out.